Let's get the show started, shall we?
Live from BC Children's Hospital in Vancouver, it's the 29th Annual Miracle Weekend.
Yes, welcome inside BC Children's Hospital. You know, this place serves 1 million children living in BC and the Yukon. They treat the severely ill kids, of course, but they also take care of all those smaller things like the bad ear infection that happens at 2:30 in the morning or a broken elbow.
Those things can feel like big things to little people,
For sure.
I'm sure. So for the next 4 hours, all day tomorrow, we will give you an insight into so many heroic stories and how this hospital is such an important place to many families around beautiful British Columbia.
For kids in Vancouver, and our Sonia Beeksma is at Nat Bailey Stadium. Sonia, this is a huge fundraiser in the fight against childhood cancer.
A huge fundraiser, Lynn. And you know, just being here this morning, the energy that you feel from the family members that are here today, they're expecting just a little over 6,400 people. And believe it or not, that might not sound like a lot of people, but they raise up to $1 million a year. And hearing these stories, you can't help but get choked up because they're so beautiful, so many courageous families. I have one of the courageous families with me now. I want to introduce you to Jayden and Evelyn. We're going to talk to Evelyn first. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
My pleasure.
This was a real sudden life-turning experience for you. So take us back to what happened with Jayden and how it shocked you, all of you.
It was June 2008. Jayden, we saw Jayden with a bloated tummy, and then we suspected constipation. However, over the weekend, he lost his appetite completely, so we took him to Children's, and within hours, after many tests, they were able to find out and diagnose Jayden with leukemia. And but we're very thankful. Like within 24 hours, he was. They found out exactly what type of leukemia he had, and they were able to give him the very first dose of chemo within that time. So
you guys are so brave. You can tell you're such a tight-knit family. You have so much support as well. I believe there's Team Jayden that is also involved with this run. So tell us a bit about that.
Yes, this is the 8th year that Team Jayden is participating in this, meaningful event. And over the years, family and friends come together to support us, and their friends and family. And so over this period of time, our team have been able to raise over 115,000.
Wow.
Yes, including this year.
Good for you, Evelyn. And Jayden, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing great. I've been off treatment for 4.5 years.
Good for you. And you're taking part in the run today, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm doing the 2-kilometer.
Excellent. And Aiden, his brother, is also supporting him, but he said he's probably going to be walking it because, it's a run and a walk. Thank you so much, you guys, for talking to us, and all the best.
Thank you.
Great to hear your beautiful story, and love to see your smiling faces as well. Thank you so much. So again, we are at the RBC Run for the Kids right behind Nat Bailey Stadium to keep these type of stories going. This is why we do what we do. This is what the Children's Hospital is known for. Some of their best work is bringing smiles back into their families' life. And you can't help but get choked up when you hear and see these families still smiling. So I hope you will still be a part of this, even though you can't be physically here. You can always go to the website at bcchf.com, at rbcrun.com, and just hit donate now. And listen, you can donate now, and you can also be a part of it at 10:30 when we kick off the second day of the Miracle Weekend, which I will also be seeing you at, Lynn, a little bit later.
That's right. I'll see you down there at 10:30, Sonia. And it really is, it's overwhelmingly emotional this weekend, and such great stories. And it really makes a huge difference in families like the one that you just interviewed. So good luck to them on the run. Thanks so much. Sonia will check back with you.
We are pleased to introduce you now to our 2016 champion child. I had a chance to chat with Aiden Chin earlier this evening. 5 years ago, cancer tore apart Aiden's world and forced him into BC Children's Hospital for weeks at a time. But you know what? Cancer couldn't break the deep bond Aiden had with his brother and his friends. In fact, it did quite the opposite.
I don't expect my cancer to come back. It's a new chapter in my life. I guess there is a sense of being a child being a teen again. So there are times when I do feel free. I don't think I could ever fully go back to what it was like before. Bren was 7 years old and I was only 11, so we both were just kids, right?
I had no clue. I heard the cancer word, I was just like, what is that? Okay, maybe I'm gonna see him tomorrow. My eyes kind of started opening up and I was just like, Aiden's not gonna be here for a while. I'm only gonna see him maybe a couple times a week. It just keeps on going in my head, like, what if he was not gonna make it? What if I wasn't gonna see him at home anymore?
There were times when I was feeling really sick and out of it and tired, and there were times when it wasn't always the chemo, it was about how other patients in the hospital were doing.
You don't know what it's like, because I've been through so much pain, but I want to be here for 2 weeks. And they'd be here for 6 months, you say?
And I was sad that there were other patients and there were other children that were younger than me going through cancers that were harder than mine. Basically, from that point on, I was like, why don't I try to get through it and then hopefully come back, help out. That's what I've basically been trying to do since I finished treatment. I got to join this club at the hospital called the Oncology Teen Group Club. It's something that you can't find out of the hospital. As a survivor, I'm still part of the teen group. There's still a lot of support that I can give to them and they can give to me, because there's an understanding that treatment isn't over when you're a survivor. There's still an emotional side of things. You have friends that are going through it, friends that aren't gonna make it through it, and that becomes a reality for you. It's not just over. Brooke was a friend of mine that I met in the hospital, and she became basically a sister to me. Brooke was definitely the closest friend that I had that I lost. The day before she passed away, I did get to see her in the hospital, and I did get to hold her hand, talk to her, and say goodbye, and tell her I loved her one last time. And I don't believe that you can accept something like that. You have to, I guess, learn to cope with it more. Before, I felt like cancer was something that was rare, that 1 in a ton of kids would be diagnosed, but it's not rare, and there's a lot of kids in oncology, children that are going through what you went through, and pain that is unexplainable. I want to be able to give back to those that have helped me in the hospital, that have made it so that I can go out there and be active and just live my life again.
It's a really good feeling that I could just go home and do something with my brother now. Without Children's Hospital, my brother wouldn't be here, so I'm eternally grateful for them being there.
I'm looking forward to staying connected to the hospital because it's been such a big part, giving back and pursuing the dreams that I have, and being able to do that because of BC Children's Hospital.
Miracle Weekend coming to a close, but what a weekend it's been. It's time to check in for a big total, guys.
It is.
Let's
so
do it.
Before we do this, though, I really would like to say thanks to all the volunteers working behind the scenes who helped us out.
Yes. You've been
Yes. It really is a cast of thousands. So do we want to do this right now?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Let's turn the numbers.
Okay.
8,
0, 6, 8, 1, 0. Yeah!
Angels are smiling, lifted by love, awed by the children, exploring their world of pure innocence, pure love. Mothers and fathers whisper their prayers, take joy in knowing that everyone shares their faith and in their play. Through grateful eyes, you can hear them say, thank you all. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Miracles happen with love and with help from the angel in all of us. Miracles happen, oh yes they do. Here's hoping someday one happens for you, and the peace comes to you from above. Miracles happen with love. Miracles happen with love, and with help from the angel and all of us. Miracles happen, oh yes they do. Here's hoping someday one happens for you, and peace comes to you from above. Miracles happen with love.